Hola, bon dia. This week we experiment with a clay pot heater.
I finally finished the guest room door.
And I'm halfway finished the stone hearth for the fireplace.
We're finally sharing a project we've been working on behind the scenes for over a month. And over a month. And I'm also sharing an easy DIY curtain rod holder.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds good. And make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video for a delicious recipe on curing olives that's faster than the traditional method of brining.
I'm using a patio stone for the base and some small bricks to elevate the pots above the base for airflow to the candles. Okay, so my experiment is a terracotta pot heater. So the smaller pot, you want to cover the hole. So I'm just using the plate for under the flower pot. And then you put a bigger one over top. And it's fairly centered. And we have 3 tea lights under there. So the idea is that it heats up the terracotta pots, and by having the smaller one inside the bigger one, it creates almost like a thermal heat where the heat radiates around in between the two and then disperses out through the bottom and probably the top as well. So we'll see if it works. You can see our starting temperature was 17 degrees Celsius. And about 1.5 hours later, the temperature had increased to 19 degrees Celsius. So we had a 2-degree increase, even though we don't have the ceilings in place yet. So the rooms are effectively open to the rest of the house.
To be clear, we didn't expect the clay pot heater to make more than a few degrees difference.
But until we get the wood stove going, we thought it'd be a fun experiment, and it only cost €4.23.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm finally painting the guest room door, and this is the teal color that everyone voted for. So we have a coat of primer on it already, and now I'm going in with the teal color, and I've already cleaned up the scrapes and the little sections that were not painted from moving the doorstop. So that is fixed. And I love this color. So, the final coat on the guest room door, and once it dries, we'll be able to add the hardware. So the door has been painted and it's dry now, so I can go ahead and put the hardware back on the door. There we go. Alright, so that's the first piece that needs to go on. Next, we want to add the doorknobs. Of course. Bastard.
What happened?
My sandpaper's all messed up.
You gotta tighten the screw on the top.
Try that again. Let's try that again. Hopefully that's enough because I'm losing my sandpaper again. That'll do. Would help if I had screws for this. Okay. So there you go. We have a completed door. Yay! I finished something!
Yay! High five. Finally.
So there you go.
We've started to include rocks with fossils in them in our hearth, like the one behind me here. We think it's a nautiloid because it has the straighter, sorry, I can't see, because it has straighter lines along the shell. And the ammonite ones are supposed to be squiggly, but we have no idea. So if anyone knows, just mention in the comments if we're right, if it is actually a nautiloid. If it is, it's over 500 million years old.
Just like me. Probably be doing it out here.
You should probably wear a dust mask as well. There we go. Nice.
Nice and flat now. Stick on the wall.
Yep. And it has some fossils in it, so it'll look cool. Yeah. Just has a little chunk left on it. Do you want? Cool.
There you go.
Looks good. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's nice and thinner now, so it'll.
And what are those things called?
Ammonites.
Ammonites?
Oh, look at that one.
Are they ammonites or nautiloids?
I don't know.
I think they might be nautiloids. Because you can see all of these grooves. I think that means it's nautiloids. I have to double check though.
What are you doing?
I'm finally hanging the curtain in the bathroom so people can't see me peeing.
And can't see my bum?
Exactly. So we bought a leather belt at the Chinese today. And I'm using it to create loops for the bamboo, if I can get this through here. This is the most difficult part right here.
Because you don't have a leather punch.
No, I do not. So basically I get it so that the screw is just poking through both layers of the leather. And I've already marked my placement and just getting it lined up. I can get this started. All right. What do you think?
Now they can't see my bum.
Okay.
We've been busy making wood cookies. Grant spent 6 days cutting them all out. They've been treated to prevent wood-boring insects, and they're ready to use.
Can anyone guess what we'll be using them for? Leave a comment. Not for eating.
What you making?
I'm baking cookies.
Baking cookies?
Yes.
Woo!
Where'd my cookie
You
go?
almost shot me with a cookie.
I got flying cookies.
They're like death cookies.
It's pretty good. Doesn't look too bad.
Are they death cookies?
They're death cookies, apparently. I'm shooting them everywhere. Oh, pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do.
Let me see. Show me your cookie.
And this one's a little
Ooh.
2 centimeters.
Nice. Perfect. On the last batch of wood cookies that I treated for insects, I actually ran out of the product for treating to prevent or kill wood-boring insects. But I looked up online because I seem to remember my grandfather using turpentine to do the same thing. And it says that it works. And I know he used it. So I figured, why not give it a try? I don't know if you can see it very well, but that right there is the first dead bug that has come out of the wood cookies. So if you don't have the xylophene or whatever treatment for wood-boring insects, and you happen to have turpentine on hand, it does the same thing. One thing I need to watch for when I'm treating the wood cookies is to separate the pieces that have signs of bug damage, because those ones I need to treat 3 times. These ones I need to treat twice. So I'm adding these in with this batch here because this is the second treatment for these ones that have no evidence of bug damage. So this stack is preventative, and then the ones that have evidence of bug damage, these ones are now going to be the third treatment. Flip these over, and actually these ones are a little bit more cracked from the drying process, and it's soaking through faster on these ones. So you can see here, these ones have cracked a little bit over the last month while they were drying. So we're just going to position them propped up against the previous row. So that is the next batch of wood cookies treated and drying. So we'll come back out tomorrow and hopefully they'll be dry enough to start another batch.
So we managed to get a few olives from one of our trees this year because they're usually full of bugs, but we got a bit. So I did them in strictly salt with no brine. You can see just done in salt. But it makes its own brine. That liquid in there is all the bitterness that's come out. So these are your favorite olives. That's why I did them.
Thank you.
So now it's been, so they've been in salt for about a month. And you basically give them a little shake every day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're ready in about a month.
Cool.
Here you go.
It's going to be super salty.
Are they ready?
Yes.
Yeah? So now we're just going to dump them out and rinse the salt off.
And we just used the coarse sea salt. I think this is 25 cents per kilo.
Now we're going to dry them. Because you want them fairly dry. Try another one now that it's not so salty. Now that the salt is rinsed off.
They're so good.
Are they okay?
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, they're horrible. I'll dispose of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dispose them in the manner you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to add garlic to them, to our jars. For extra flavor. What's that? Herb de
Herb de
Provence?
Provence. Can we add some of that as well?
Why not?
Okay.
Now we're going to put our olives, we're going to pack our olives in the jars. Well, we're going to try to anyway. And we just fill it with olive oil. And it's as easy as that.
So we've had the cabinet in place in the kitchen for, what, 3 weeks now?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of getting an idea of how it feels in the space and if it works well. And we really like it, so we're going to go ahead and install it here. And the upper portion of the cabinets will be attached to the wall here beside the hot water heater. So that will be our next job once I get the cabinet ready for the top portion. I need to finish sanding and painting it so that we can attach French cleats and attach it to the wall. That gives you an idea of what our kitchen cabinets will look like eventually.
Don't forget to give our video a like, share it with your friends, and please leave us a comment. We love hearing from you guys, and it helps to grow our channel.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed our video. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye!